Welcome back to the Rhonda Swan Show. Wake up, New York City. We are back on Wall Street, and today we are talking about real estate, but more about hard assets and how do you leverage the hard assets to work and grow in this economy. Because my next guest is Ben Reinberg. He is a renowned commercial real estate leader and the CEO of Alliance Consolidated Group of Companies, where he has successfully closed billions of dollars in transactions across diverse asset classes. With over 28 years of experience, he specializes in creating stable, recession-resistant investments with consistent returns and historical IRR of 28%. As the host of the I Own It podcast, Ben shares insights on wealth, mindset, and personal growth. His mission is to empower investors to achieve financial freedom, long-term success through innovative strategies and expert guidance. Let's go meet Ben. All right, well, we're back in the show. Ben Reinberg is here, the author of Hard Assets, Hard Money, for Hard Times. Ben, I'm super excited to have you here on the show, here in Wall Street, obviously talking about hard money, hard times, right? There's a lot going on in the marketplace. So let's talk about this. With what's happening in the market right now, what was the inspiration for the book and where do you see it going, you know?
Well, thanks for having me, Rhonda. I mean, how incredible. We're outside the New York Stock Exchange, being in the finance business for 32 plus years. The reason why the book is so relevant right now is we are living in chaotic times. There's a lot of people out there that are struggling, and there's a lot of instability out in the market and even around the world. And so the book was so fitting. When we launched it, it was perfect timing because we want to give people clarity and comfort.
Yeah.
That's why I wrote the book.
Yeah.
I didn't write the book for me. I wrote the book for you, the audience, because I wanted to teach them, how can you build wealth? No one really teaches it.
Yeah,
and
not in schools.
The generations above me in commercial real estate, I had to learn on my own. So I realized over time that how can I teach wealth? How can I take someone that was Ben Reinberg 32 years ago and teach them the things that I would want to learn?
Yeah.
And that was the premise of the book. And we create a blueprint that would allow you to have the foundation and the roadmap to learn how to build wealth over time.
Yeah, so, I love this, you're right, like we don't get taught this stuff in school at all, right? And if you're looking at generational wealth, right, how do we start creating a bigger and better foundation? And inside of the book, you actually talk about how hard assets are actually the foundation for wealth, right? And real wealth. So why are they becoming so critical right now with the hard assets?
Well, hard assets are important because they sustain themselves over time. They produce cash flow, they add value. When times are chaotic, they allow stability in your portfolio. And so every wealthy family, institution, as well as sovereign fund are moving back towards hard assets.
Yeah.
Every wealthy family around the world, especially being from Chicago, some of the top wealthiest families, I realized how they built wealth was through hard assets. That's why I got into commercial real estate.
Yeah, so why don't you share with everyone, what really are hard assets, right?
So hard assets are tangible assets, cash flowing assets that are real. And what I mean by that is if you look outside and we're outside, that is a tangible asset, that building.
Yeah.
So in commercial real estate, we acquire commercial real estate buildings. Those are hard assets. Hard assets are something that produce cash flow, they're tangible, and they sustain themselves over a course of time. And even in chaos, which we're occurring right now, people want stability, people want certainty, and people want to kick the bricks and mortar, which it's very transparent.
Yeah, and you know, you and I were talking earlier when we were on our way here, you know, about what's actually happening in the marketplace and what people can look forward to. I mean, the economy is getting ready to do a lot of flip and flops, right? So what is kind of your prediction on, and what your advice is on what the world should be looking at right now when it comes to hard assets and preparing themselves?
Well, it's going to be exciting times. There's a tremendous amount of financial institutions out there that have been holding on paper that is struggling. There is over $4 trillion worth of debt coming due in the United States.
In mortgages,
In mortgages, in commercial mortgages, so to speak. So that's going to have a rippling effect on the economy.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a lot of buying opportunities. At Alliance, my companies, we're extremely excited. We've been waiting a few years for this to happen because the market's been low. It's been slow. lack of liquidity from lenders. Lenders have kind of held back on financing and lending money out onto the street. Now there's going to be a lot of excitement. There's going to be real buying opportunities. This could be one of these cycles that I've never seen in 3 decades of my career.
Yeah, I mean, Warren Buffett says, right, the biggest opportunities come in a depression.
That's
right,
correct.
and a recession. So, I guess we're kind of talking about keeping yourself a bit liquid, getting ready, snatch up some of these opportunities. But let's get back to your book, because I absolutely love with what you say inside of the book. And you created what you call the Hard Asset Empire Blueprint, right? So what exactly does that framework look like, and how can investors use it to not only grow and protect their wealth?
Well, the Hard Asset Blueprint is the roadmap that I've used my entire career. It shows you how to acquire and finance and scale hard assets through any type of environment. And it was important for me to create the Hard Asset Blueprint because I wanted to show people there is a path. There is a roadmap to that building wealth over sustainable time. And so the roadmap to me was really important because I said, how do we make it that the person that was Ben Reinberg 32 years ago to the billionaire can always look at it and use it in different ways? So I made the book and the blueprint evergreen. I want it where you could pull it off the shelf anytime, any week. You could pull it off and you could hand it to your kids and your grandkids, and it will sustain itself forever.
Timeless.
It's a timeless book that I wanted to create. It took me over a year to write.
Wow.
And I did it because I said, what would I want to achieve if I didn't understand how to build wealth? What are people not teaching that I need to learn?
Yeah.
And so the roadmap came about, and we said, let's call it the Hard Asset Blueprint. We're going to show people how to build a fortress of wealth.
Wow, I'm excited to read it. I want my daughter to read it, right? She's 18. Right? These are not the type of things that, we get to learn about that holds its value as well. Now, so you also talk about this phrase, hard money, right? Now that might mean a bit different things to different people. But in your book, you define it and you use it. What role does it play in building financial resilience?
Well, hard money to me is real. It's real, tangible. I am putting my capital, disciplined capital, to buy assets. And by buying assets, it allows me in any environment to sustain itself, producing cash flow, adding value, tax benefits.
Yeah.
One of the most incredible thing about hard assets are tax benefits that most people don't talk about. And so to be able to produce cash flow, build income, build wealth, but also have tax advantages, there is no better asset class than hard assets. And it's why every wealthy family around the world has a significant portfolio of hard assets.
And that's really kind of the secret, why they probably don't teach us this in school.
That's right. That's
right?
That's right.
Because in reality,
That's right.
The government doesn't want us to be wealthy.
Well, that's where the book came in.
Right?
And what was interesting is that I said to my team, I said, we wrote the book, but we need to go a level deeper.
Yeah.
So what we decided to do is we decided to create courses, like college courses, that if you really want to bring the book to life and really want to enhance your learning how to build wealth, you can actually download courses.
Wow, I love it. And no, so I really love about your message is that anyone can actually start building wealth with hard assets. You don't need to be wealthy to begin this process, right? Which I love that you say that, because most people are thinking, how can I do it, right? I don't have all this money in the bank. So you just got to be willing to start, right? So give us a little bit, take us down that step of the road of how someone can actually get started without having a ton of money in the bank and to get their family prepared.
Well, I'm just like you. I didn't come from wealth. I had to learn how to do this. I had to go on a learning curve. And it's one of the reasons with the book is I wanted to shorten the learning curve for everyone out there to start building wealth. And so when you actually look at it and you say, okay, well, how do I get started? Just get started. I call it pulling the trigger. Move forward with it. You don't have to have money. Buy the book. The book will show you and give you a roadmap of how to build wealth step by step. And if you want to go a step further, you can download the courses as well. So if you go to benreinberg.com, my website, you can buy the book. You can buy it individually. We have CPAs and attorneys buying bulk to give them out to their clients. But also, you could download the roadmap, the Hard Asset Blueprint for free.
Yeah.
It's my gift to you. So it's free on the website. You could download it and you just get started. And if you're really interested in building wealth, it's the perfect time. This is the perfect environment. Go to my website and you'll be able to do it immediately.
I love it. I'm so excited. Thank you for that. I know the audience is going to really love getting access to your book. Is there anything more that you feel that, we need to know, getting ready for what's turning point for 2026 for our economy?
Just show up in life. Be resilient, be persistent, keep moving forward. A lot of people give up when things are tough. These are the times where you double down, you work the extra hour, you keep pushing forward, you keep developing your craft, you keep educating yourself. This is a really good time where you can do all these things, and you'll look back 5-10 years from now, you'll be glad you did.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you, Ben. Thank you for writing this book, Hard Assets and Hard Money for Hard Times. Make sure you guys get access to this on benreinberg.com. You can download the blueprint, get access to the book right now. Share this with your family, your friends, your kids, more importantly, and show up in life, right? Because that's what it's all about.
That's right.
And, the money doesn't go with us, but when we have it with us right now, we can enjoy life a lot better.
That's right. There's a saying, if you don't like money, you don't know where to shop.
Well, we definitely know where to shop while we're here in New York City.
That's right.
All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you reach out to Ben Reinberg and his team, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Don't forget to be unstoppable and stay wild.